The way we live our lives is a burden on the environment. It is especially apparent in the world's oceans. At a research facility on the outskirts of Berlin-Marienfelde, the German Environment Agency does experiments in laboratory conditions to determine the long-term fate of plastics in water. In Marienfelde we can simulate living conditions in lakes, rivers, streams or ponds. UBA research there focuses on things like how chemicals and pesticides affect aquatic plants and animals. Starting in 1974, UBA has been doing research to gain a better understanding of the environment, starting out in West Berlin and then moving to Dessau in 2005. Climate, air, soil, water, waste and resources, renewable energy, transport, the scope of our research topics is wide.
We have four important areas of work. The first one is that we do research on environmental challenges and sustainability transformations. And building on this research, we work as policy advisors for our own government, for the European Union and international organizations. The third field of work is that we also implement science-based environmental policies. And then lastly, we are organizing dialogues with society. So this is the private sector, non-governmental organization and political actors.
3 out of every 4 people in Germany report feeling disturbed by noise. In Dessau, the UBA is looking at the impact of noise and how to mitigate it. What effects do chemicals have on man and the environment? The answer can be found in human blood samples, but also in gull eggs or earthworms. The UBA Environmental Specimen Bank stores thousands of such samples. Chemicals are present everywhere and every day, for example, the surfactants, phosphates or fragrances in detergents that are polluting our waters. Since 1978, UBA has been involved in developing the Blue Angel, the eco-label of the German government, which stands for environmentally products and services. How will you move from point A to point B in the future? Another question which UBA is addressing. UBA seeks to address all the aspects of environmental problems. After all, electric cars are only sustainable if they run on power generated from renewable sources of energy. Climate change is changing our environment. A fact visibly more quickly and sooner in the high mountains. On the Zugspitze, the UBA takes measurements of greenhouse gases such as CO2 or reactive trace gases such as ozone. The data is also made available to international partners so that we can better understand the changes in the climate. UBA also carries out research in the far north of Germany. The island of Sylt is where we test the air coming from the North Sea. We take measurements of pollutants such as nitrogen dioxide or particulates. UBA's measurements are also vital for international research projects.
International connectedness is very important for environmental politics because environmental challenges are internationally connected. The biodiversity system, the energy system, the climate system, all of that is internationally interconnected, so we need to learn internationally. And then to solve these problems, we also need international partners, other governments, international organizations. So work internationally on environmental challenges and sustainability transformations is absolutely key for us.
The German Environment Agency is Germany's central environmental authority. Between the Zugspitze and the North Sea, we operate at 6 sites and 7 measuring stations to ensure an intact environment to protect you from harmful environmental effects. For more information, go to umweltbundesamt.de.